Hey everybody, so this is going to be a Tour Asia game, Soviet versus Ally, and this is the or steer tactic. And what it is the Soviet player usually does this to the Allies, and what the Soviet player does is he moves his MCV over there to your gems, and then he's gonna go on there, put sentry guns up, and basically, even if you have a good defense, what's going to happen is the Soviets going to have more money than you, so you're going to lose the game either way. So this game, what this guy tried to do is he tried to move his MCP to counter it, and I thought this was super interesting. Because I was like, instead of fighting back with making Harriers, making Rocketeers, making Pillboxes, maybe trying to base walk him or doing whatever, trying to Grizz Rock him, because the fact that he loses like a half a minute of time just to move the MCV or less than that, gives you an opportunity to do something. But usually what happens is the Soviet getting the money, steals the money, so it doesn't really matter what the Allies does as a defense, no matter how clever it is. You're just simply going to have less money and you're going to lose the game, which really sucks. So what this Allies is trying to do is trying to counter it by moving the MCV, and actually seeing this guy and he's seen this guy do this tactic versus a bunch of other Allies, and he won basically every single time. So I'm like, is this even possible to beat this tactic? Because I noticed lately that early game aggression with Soviet is usually what wins these type of fights, because there's multiple different ways to win, but one of the best ways to win with Soviet is early game aggression, and this is what this is, early game aggression. And stealing the ore is actually a really good tactic, because not only do you steal his ore, you get the ore that was his and now it's yours. So it's almost kind of like stealing the ore twice, like the value of it is like twice. So anyway, now he's going around, but it's going to be hard to hurt the red because he has sentry guns. He does have him out tanked, but the sentry guns are going to make it hard. And here comes reinforcements from red. So what's going to happen here is he's going to have to defend with his IFVs. And it's kind of a guess. Sometimes when you do a split, you think 2 tanks is enough, 3 tanks is enough, but you got to send enough tanks because both players are splitting each other. So this looks dangerous for Allies. Got his Rocketeers, but oh crap, he gathered all his tanks, and he actually broke the split and gathered into the main army, and yellow wasn't ready. But it's hard to see every little thing because we're watching in observer mode, and yellow can't see everything we can. So you got to give him a little bit of credit that he did not see that his tanks have regrouped. I could try to make it so you could see the fog of war, but that'd be really hard to do, and because you would have to track the dogs. I actually did that with gap generators in a couple of videos like a long time ago. Okay, so now he's starting to base walk, and notice how he made a flag cannon because it's gonna kill the Rocketeers in the Air Force. And the sentry guns are basically gonna put the nail in the coffin. Like, after the sentry guns come up, the little chance that Allied have will disappear. And that Elite Guardian GI is good, but the sentry guns are gonna keep coming and coming and coming faster than what Allies could do. So you see he made a fast battle lab, which might be a good idea. Might not been a good idea, but if you just make Grizzly tanks versus this and hope you're gonna like not come away with a Rocketeer and 2 planes, you know, you got another thing coming. This is a really hard rush to stop. So it looks like Allies may lose this game, and I'm going to show you one more game of this where we're going to try another tactic. At this point, you know, you got that many tanks, you know, that Guardian J up there is nice, but it's too late. It's a good game. Yellow lost. I mean, that's a really brutal the way he does that base walk. Now, here's game 2. And you could do this on other maps too. This isn't just a Tour of Egypt tactic. You could do it on really any map with gems like this, but this is a particular map where this is common. Not extremely common, but you see it around a little bit. So what you gotta do you gotta make a good scout. And some players, they don't actually try hard in scout. I noticed that, like, they just only try when they get tanks. But if you actually put a little bit of extra effort into your scout, it actually helps. And I noticed that some players scout differently than others. I don't really even comment about this all the time, but I will right now. Some players, it's easier to steal the pyramid. Some players, it's harder. Some players, they try to steal yours. Some players anti-scout more. Some players scout better. Some players scout worse. But like, and sometimes some players scout just as good as other players, but they have a different style of scouting that isn't really better or worse. It's just different. If I'm playing against Rival, he's hard to steal his pyramids, but some players a little bit easier, but then they do other stuff. So he's gonna try this again. So this time Orange realizes that tactic did not work, and actually that was a good try of him in the last game, by the way. But it did not work, so he had to try something else. So can he win without 2 gem patches? Okay, so the only really advantage that you'll get, that Orange gets, is the fact that he loses about 30 seconds from moving to MCV, or 20 seconds. Alright, this is really, really hectic. There's a tank splits over there, tank splits over here. He might try to keep all the tanks, all the miners, on one ore patch. And reinforcements are coming in, and he's got to fill up the IFVs, and it's just this freaking. This game is actually chaotic right now. Okay, let's see if Red's gonna get an ore miner or not. So he's basically trying to swamp him hard. So that Rocketeer is actually good, forces him to make air defense, which might slow the rush down a little bit. And here comes the 1 flag truck. That's more than enough to take care of 1 Rocketeer. And here comes the Battle Lab. That's actually good. And this player, he thinks that if he just makes Grizzly tanks and Harriers, there's no way he's gonna beat this guy. So he's not going to play conventionally. He's going to play with IFVs, trying to get a fast battle fortress. And a lot of times when I was playing against Rival, he would actually attack the battle fortress as soon as he sees it, just basically go all in, like right there. This player didn't do that, but if he did, he still would have been able to probably defend with his IFVs. Now he's got a battle fortress filled up, but Red's got way more money. You could look at the right side of the screen and see. So West is actually doing a similar tactic to the last game with that flag cannon. That's actually not a bad idea because of the fact that the Korean jet's gonna have trouble killing the flag cannon. And the flag truck. The flag truck is basically, and then he can't harass the Rocketeers because the flag truck is protected by the flag cannon. So you attack it from the left and the right at the same time. So Red's got to make quick decisions. I'm talking from Orange's perspective most of the game, how difficult it is, but at the same time, Red's got to make good decisions. He's got money, he's got a lot of advantages, but he's doing the sentry gun thing, that's good. But what Red's got to do is he's got to be decisive, and he can't really run into the pillboxes. It'd be tempting to just go all in, like, I got multiple war factors, I got everything, I'm gonna just go in and just basically go all in and just try to bulldoze him. And that prism tank is actually a good idea. That's one way you stop a base walk, is prism tanks. One of the best ways. You could actually also try prism towers, but that's, I think, is more difficult. So Kirov, not a bad idea because of the fact that he could use the Kirov as fodder. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, no way he's gonna blow up everything with the Kirov, but the tanks could go in when the Kirov goes in. He's got quite a lot, and quite a lot of air defense. So that Kirov did not work. He didn't try to go in. We're just playing a little bit afraid, but he's got the Iron Curtain. I mean, how bad could it be? Oh crap. Okay. Okay, and red is actually smart at the same time because he's not gonna fight discarding GIs. Not a good idea. At the same time now, the momentum has shifted from orange to red. I mean red to orange. And I'm like, what the hell? And watch his money. When he starts making the sentry guns, you can see that that red's money actually gets screwed up at some point in time in this game. Okay, so now... Okay, so it's not over. He's got the Iron Curtain, and orange only has, what, one Battle Fortress and one Prism Tanks? And just a couple other tanks. Okay, so Iron Curtain is good. He's got a good base defense. He's got the sentry guns. Orange has a gap generator, and remember the gap generator actually makes it more of a difference than what you can see in observer mode. You gotta try to keep in mind that the gap generator makes red afraid to attack sometimes because he's not sure what to do. Okay, so not a bad Iron Curtain. You might as well, if I was him, I'd probably chase his Mirages also. And I just finish up his last units and then go for the Battle Fortress and go for the win. So red's gotta really just kill that Battle Fortress. And what orange has to do is orange has to basically micro his living freaking head off. And now orange is actually rich because of the ore purifier. He actually got a really good return on investment on the ore purifier. So what's happening now is orange is getting rich, and he could afford to lose miners. And look at how he's microing that Battle Fortress like really well. And red kind of wants to either shoot the Battle Fortress to get out of there, but I think red made up his mind that he wants to get the hell out of there, and he basically got into a complication. And prisms are very good versus killing buildings and base defenses. And he's got a Navy SEAL in there. So this Iron Curtain might pop. And look at that, actually when I seen him move that prism tank back like that, I was like, whoa, he's playing really sharp when I seen him maneuver that prism tank. So it looks like orange is winning right now. But he's got the Iron Curtain. If he could pop that Battle Fortress with a sentry gun or terror drone or something and then barely get his Iron Curtain off, he might do something. Okay, he actually got the Battle Fortress. So red has an industrial plant. He has a lot of stuff. Orange is having a little bit of trouble building up his army, but eventually he's gonna get enough prism tanks. Actually, right there he has 5 Mirage tanks. So with his 5 Mirage tanks and more coming with his high money, it looks like it's in favor of orange. But remember, red still has an industrial plant, and he's not totally out of it yet. But things are starting to look bad for him. As he tried to Navy SEAL the Battle Lab. That was a very good idea because you don't want him to make a second Iron Curtain. And look at orange's actually, his ore is lasting a long time because of that ore purifier. Not only does it give you extra money, it makes your ore last longer. And you can notice he could just keep going on these same ore patches while red's all over the map. And he did get the industrial plant, but somehow orange just basically got him and counterattacked. It was probably from the good micro, not just from the ore purifier and miner control. So that's over. It's over. So orange won, and that was a freaking crazy game. Red put the heat on, but orange